This is exercise video number 29, and for my exercise today, I did a back and bi exercise and ran 2 miles outside. So I did isometric dumbbell curls and lat pull downs and face pulls. And then I ran 2 miles outside with a pace of 9 minutes and 30 seconds per mile. And to relate this exercise to what we're learning right now in exercise physiology, whenever I was, for example, doing those isometric dumbbell curls, I was getting a buildup of hydrogen ions in my muscle, and this is due to ATP being broken down whenever my muscle was contracting during that concentric phase of that exercise. And that hydrogen buildup ultimately lowered the pH in my muscle, and that denatures the protein in my muscle, not allowing it to fully contract the way that it should be able to. And so in order to allow my muscle to sustain that work rate, those hydrogen ions and the CO2 that is produced whenever we're going from glycolysis to the Krebs cycle, that CO2 and hydrogen have to leave my muscle. And so I've got a couple of different kinds of buffer systems to allow that to happen. So there's the sodium bicarbonate buffer system, and that is when CO2 is kicked out of the muscle and is dissolved in water to form carbonic acid, and then carbonic acid is turned into bicarbonate and hydrogen, and hydrogen goes on to hemoglobin and turns it into deoxyhemoglobin, which brings oxygen into my muscle in order for my body to sustain that exercise. And then that bicarbonate eventually combines with hydrogen again to form carbonic acid, and then that goes to my lungs through my bloodstream, and then eventually I breathe out CO2 and H2O whenever I break down that carbonic acid. And then there's also dipeptides like carnosine, and the precursor of carnosine is beta-alanine. And then there's proteins, phosphates, and also the sodium hydrogen exchanger. So that's whenever sodium is brought into your muscle and hydrogen is kicked out, which is another form of a buffer system. And then the MCT, which is whenever that kicks out lactate and hydrogen at the same time.